Wait, what? What did he mean by discontinued?
Wendy's has had some hits that didn't stay on the charts. Here are 10 canceled Wendy's items that people still talk about.
I just think Wendy's cool, okay?
Wendy's salad bar.
Rabbit salad.
Salad bars used to be a lot more common than they are now, and Wendy's took advantage of the fact that people used to love them. They were ultimately removed, though, largely due to waning popularity and the fact that they were hard to properly keep clean and maintain. Without a staff member standing next to them constantly to watch them, there was no telling how many people may have touched the items with their dirty hands or contaminated them some other way. While some people either did not care or did not think of this when going to grab a salad at their favorite fast food place, the majority of customers started turning away from salad bars everywhere when they started really thinking about how unsanitary they were.
You feel dirty?
I do.
The way of the build-your-own style salad bars slowly died out, and instead people turned to favoring individual-sized salads that were added to menus. Those who never actually had the chance to experience the salad bar at Wendy's have likely at least heard about it, as for whatever reason, the Wendy's salad bar is still talked about these days, despite the fact that they were really nothing special. Frescata Sandwiches.
Sandwiches, excellent. Men like sandwiches.
Fads tend to come and go quite often over the years, and companies do their best to stay on top of current fads in order to try and capitalize off of them as much as possible before they fade into obscurity. Fast food restaurants are not immune to the allure of trying to take advantage of the specific things people are really into at that moment. This led to the offering of Frescata Sandwiches, a deli-style sandwich option that Wendy's offered for a short time. These sandwiches were made with fresh baked bread and deli meats, along with common deli-style toppings, and they were attempting to compete with sandwich places such as Subway.
I'm better than you!
Unfortunately for Wendy's, they just were not equipped to deal with this sort of food service, and the longer wait times for one of these specialty sandwiches caused their sales to be low, and they were taken off the menu pretty quickly. After attempting to boost sales with these Frescata sandwiches, Wendy's pulled them completely from restaurants after only a year of sales. Most customers want something quick and hot when they go somewhere like Wendy's, so many were unhappy with the longer wait times for these specialty sandwiches. At the end of the day, there really wasn't much to set these Frescata sandwiches apart from their competitors, and with customer dissatisfaction due to the wait time, the management team at Wendy's reluctantly made the decision to pull them from the menu completely. Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich.
Hey, Dom. It was pretty wild on that mountain, huh?
Most items are removed from menus due to the fact that they're either not selling well or because they are just simply too tedious for the restaurant staff to make in a timely manner. However, some menu items are removed for reasons that are shrouded in mystery, never really fully explained by the company, and not likely to ever return despite demand for the item. Wendy's Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich was one such item that was removed for seemingly no reason at all. This chicken sandwich took spicy to a whole other level, offering spicy chicken with a southwestern sauce and Colby cheese, giving this sandwich quite a kick that customers seem to love.
I love it! I love it!
Unfortunately, it was taken away from those who loved it, and Wendy's has yet to bring this particular menu item back, even for a limited time. There's even a Facebook page dedicated to this specific canceled menu item, which shows that even now it has fans, and Wendy's would likely do well if they brought this sandwich back. While this extra spicy chicken sandwich was not for everyone, there were definitely a lot of people who did really enjoy it. And so far, Wendy's has not been able to bring any items to their menu that has quite satisfied those who crave the Wild Mountain Chicken Sandwich. Gouda Bacon Cheeseburger.
One bacon cheeseburger, extra greasy.
The Gouda Bacon Cheeseburger was introduced as a limited-time menu item, so it came as no surprise to customers that this burger was eventually taken off the menu. But that doesn't mean that it was not met with some outcry from those who had fallen in love with it during the short time it was offered by Wendy's. Living up to its name, this cheeseburger was pretty unique in its offerings, with sliced Gouda cheese, Swiss Gruyere sauce, garlic aioli, and bacon, all sitting with a hamburger patty on a brioche bun. It brought a combination of ingredients that was different from most of its direct competitors.
I'm not like other guys.
This burger became an instant hit, and the company spent quite a bit of money on commercials to push it to its target audiences. Despite the fact that it sold well and the fact that they had spent so much on commercials, Wendy's did in fact take this item off the menu. The outcry was loud, despite the fact that people went into this knowing it was only for a limited time. But the fast food giant has yet to reinstate this item to its menus. It would not be a huge surprise if they did bring the Gouda bacon cheeseburger back at some point in the future, as it was probably one of the most popular items Wendy's has had on their menus outside of their regular offerings. Coffee Toffee Frosty.
Frosty Nectar. Now, please.
Wendy's is known mainly for its hamburgers, but the second most iconic menu item is probably their signature Frosty. A mix between soft-serve ice cream and a milkshake, normally you can only get this treat in vanilla or chocolate flavors. They have, however, offered a few different limited-time flavors of their Frosty over the years, but few were half as beloved as the Coffee Toffee Twisted Frosty. Delivering exactly what the name suggests, this was a vanilla Frosty with swirls of coffee and toffee flavors, and it was extremely popular on the menu, bringing customers a new way to enjoy their Frosty after years of only having 2 flavors to choose from.
How exciting.
Despite the fact that this menu item proved very popular among customers, Wendy's only kept it on the menu for 2 years before it was canceled and taken from those who enjoyed it so much. This Frosty flavor was so popular that there were even several different petitions asking Wendy's to bring it back. But despite these pleas from their customers, the fast food restaurant has not brought this particular Frosty flavor back. While some may have forgotten about this particular item, there are still many people out there who can recall the great taste and would likely cheer this menu item's return. Unfortunately, there's only a small chance that Wendy's would choose to bring this specific item back out of all their other discontinued items, but we can always dream. Chicken Caesar Pita.
A diet slices some pita chips.
There are certain items that you wouldn't usually think of when thinking of the menu at Wendy's, and certainly a Chicken Caesar Pita is one of those items. Despite the fact that it seems like something that completely sticks out from the usual food that this fast food giant offers, there are people who still remember this wrap. While there were several of these pita-style wraps offered at the same time, the most popular one was, by far, Wendy's Chicken Caesar Pita. These pitas were introduced to the menu because Wendy's wanted to expand their regular fast food lunch options when it seemed like everyone was offering the same hamburger and fries.
We're completely different.
And the customers at the time were calling for something different. And so Wendy's came up with these wraps. They were innovative for their time, and customers enjoyed them greatly as a new addition to their same-old lunch routines. While they were pretty popular during their time on the menu, fads changed and these wraps were removed as customers started turning their interest to different types of lunch offerings instead. Wendy's is nothing if not on top of trends and fads, and they seem to know how to stay on top of their game by switching up menu items as people's wants and needs change, despite the fact that they have removed some items before their time. Queso.
Queso.
Queso who?
Queso was a huge fad for a while, and Wendy's took advantage of this with not just one menu item, but with 3 queso-based menu options for customers to enjoy. All of the items included bacon and queso, and they were a hamburger, chicken sandwich, and queso bacon-topped fries. These were marketed as limited-time items from the very beginning, but that did not make it any less disappointing when they were actually pulled from the menu. Fans of these 3 queso items had high hopes that they would stick around longer due to how popular they were.
I was popular.
To their disappointment, the queso menu items only lasted as long as Wendy's had originally stated they would, and fans of these items have yet to see their favorite queso-based fast food items make a comeback. Though not all hope is lost, as queso is making a bit of a comeback as a food fad, so there is a possibility that these 3 menu items could find their way back to your local Wendy's for at least another limited time run. You could also add your own queso to a Wendy's hamburger. Though it will not taste quite the same as the actual item would have, it's at least something to tide you over until the restaurant decides to do the right thing. Pretzel Bacon Cheeseburger.
Stanley, wake up! It's pretzel day!
One of the best things that a fast food restaurant can do is experiment a bit with their bread, though it can also go incredibly wrong and ideas can tank. The Pretzel Bacon Cheeseburger was not one of those times that fell flat on its face. Instead, this particular menu item was extremely popular among Wendy's customers. The pretzel bun offering from Wendy's was available in a few different options while it was on the market, but the most popular was definitely the Pretzel Bacon Cheeseburger. This menu item was just like their regular burgers, but instead of their classic bread buns, they used pretzel buns, and people seemed to love it.
Yep, people love it.
This menu item was taken off the menu for a while before it was brought back due to popular demand. This reinstatement of the Pretzel Bacon Cheeseburger did not last forever though, and less than a year later it was once again removed from the menu. This item could easily come back though, as it was popular with customers and rather easy to make. If Wendy's brought back the Pretzel Bacon Cheeseburger once, they could bring it back a second time. And hopefully, if they do bring it back again, it will be for a longer period of time before it gets yanked out from under us again. Bacon and Blue Burger.
Blue, the blue form.
There are few things out there that most people love more than bacon and cheese, and practically every fast food restaurant realized this a long time ago, and Wendy's was no different. While Wendy's has offered plenty of different bacon and cheese combinations on their menus over the years, perhaps one of the strangest was the Bacon and Blue Burger. Blue cheese is something that you would expect to find on the menu at some high-end fine dining restaurant, and not really something you would normally find at a fast food place such as Wendy's.
Because it would be unexpected, see?
Again, Wendy's innovated the fast food hamburger space and offered a burger that included this more premium cheese ingredient and bacon as well. While you would not likely think of getting blue cheese at a fast food place, this menu item actually proved to be one of Wendy's more popular menu items, and critics even raved about it while it was still on the menu. Though it's not likely to make a comeback anytime soon, those who did get to try it still talk about it with fondness. Spicy chicken nuggets.
Here's your nuggets.
Chicken nuggets?
Spicy chicken nuggets are not a new menu item among fast food restaurants. Most, if not all, of the major fast food players have offered some version of spicy chicken nuggets on their menu at some point. Wendy's has actually offered this item more than once, including currently offering them in select markets. While they are still considered a limited-time item even now, they are the limited-time menu item that's the most likely to make a regular comeback, as has been shown by past re-releases. First introduced by Wendy's in 2010, they remained on the menu at most restaurants for about 7 years before they began to disappear.
Please don't go.
While they were removed from most of their locations, there were still select locations that offered them for a little while longer. Eventually, they were phased out completely, though this only lasted a few years before the item was once again brought back. And while you may not be able to get these spicy chicken nuggets at every single Wendy's restaurant, a large majority of them are offering them again for a limited time only.